What's up, Dragon Brood? We are here today with day one Strixhaven stuff, and that's really cool. I know we didn't get to do the early access thing, and that's a little bit of a letdown. But hey, we got new cards. It's day one. We're going to try stuff. So I always start out playing some of the decks that I put out over the previous week to 10 days, whatever, leading up to set release. And since we didn't get to play with them on early access, we just played them today. So I'm taking some of the video from earlier streams. I'm going to chop that up, show you some fun games, and then we're going to talk about the deck list. Also, before we get into it, I do have somebody that I want to tell you about. Into the AM, a really cool apparel company here. I got the sweet shirt here from them. I actually have a few more of their things in my closet, and it's perfect just as the weather's warming up. Have some nice tees. Another thing I want to say too, randomly, they do make other things like boxers and whatever. So if you're just looking for something or want some long sleeve shirts, you know, while you're trying to get yourself looking good, now that we're finally getting vaccinated and maybe out into the world again, now's a chance to pick some stuff up. And also, don't forget that they have a t-shirt deal going on right now, which is pretty sweet. But if you want that or anything else from the website, if you use my link intotheam.com/dragonbrood, you get 10% off everything over there on their website. Oh, and one more thing. Before we get into this video, I want to let you know I normally put the deck list up front, but because we made some changes and things went a little different, I'm going to show the games first, and then we're going to show the deck list where we finished at the end, because it would just be too confusing to try to tell that whole narrative, deck, play, deck. So we're just going to do deck, play, and then we're going to get to the end, and we'll talk about the actual deck itself. So if you want to see the deck list, skip to the end, or get it from the description down below. All right, so opponent goes first. Do we keep this? The answer is yes, we are keeping it. I'm gonna say I would have liked to have drawn a swamp, but we did not. So, do we gamble on playing a Valentin? Actually, I am gonna do that. And then if we just don't get it, we don't get it. Horn Beetle. All right. Horn Beetle it is. All right, we're attacking. Play that tapped. I mean, we have the ability to remove whatever big things they make. We can Dina, play this, drain them for 1. I mean, they're going to probably play like Yorvo here, and that's going to be sad, but, you know, nothing we can do about it. Though the cute thing is we'd be able to attack and then just Mortality Spear something. You are welcome, Casey. Oh, what? Scythe Type. What? I'm not gonna lie. If there was a card the opponent was gonna play that was gonna surprise me, that is one of them. Yeah, so we have access to 4 mana next turn if we need it. Okay. Alright, let's see what's up here then. I mean, because next turn we can drain the opponent. We can kill a creature. Oh, they had a Rabid Bite. Gosh dang it. Alright, well that changes our plans pretty significantly. Then I say that and we draw a veto. We need a land next turn. Because I want to be able to play the Marauding Blight Priest and one of my other cards next turn. Let's see what happens, though. I mean, worst case scenario, we can Witherbloom, kill the opponent, or drain the opponent. I guess we don't mail ourselves and get a land back. I don't know. And then, I don't know, we could use it defensively. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. This is going to hurt. Yep. All right, no blocks. All right, we're just going to take it to the face. Oh, they should have played that Horn Beetle before they attacked. Okay, this is sort of what I was afraid might happen here if we didn't draw land. So now I think we attack with both of the... Man, that's a gamble, though. Though we are going to gain 3. I mean, this only works if they block with the Horn Beetle. If they don't block with the Horn Beetle, we probably just die next turn. Because we'd be gaining 3 to put us to 9. I mean, that's our only out. We really would... Yeah, okay. Okay, they bit. Excellent. That was the only thing we had going for us. I was like, if they block, then maybe we get a shot here. So then we'll give the Horn Beetle minus, and we'll drain the opponent. Oh, it's a sorcery. Gosh dang it. See, this is what happens when you're trying to play new cards. Okay. I mean, it doesn't change anything. Like, our creature's still not going to die. Alright, so we'll choose give something minus, and then we'll drain the opponent. So, target creature... That one? Drain the opponent. Do we want to do that? No, because we will decline, because we need to be able to kill their big Scythe Tiger. Or Scythe Cat, whatever it's called. Alright. So now if we get another Witherbloom command, we could almost have lethal, right? That'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that would be exactly lethal, actually. So I think now, again, we're still looking for a land. All right, we're going to go to 9, put this to 5. Okay, not bad, deck. You're trying. I appreciate the effort. I like what we're doing here. Okay, this is where it gets a little tough, because we know they have a Beanstalk Giant, and they can play that next turn. So if we don't kill the Beanstalk Giants... Well, actually, no, we can kill it with the Baleful Mastery anyway, though, right? So we can go to 2 fairly safely. Is there a way we can win next turn? I don't think so. So we have to spin the 2 right now. So let's just go ahead and kill this. I will pay. Because killing the Beanstalk Giant on our turn or their turn doesn't matter greatly. If they attack, we're just blocking with our pest here. And right now, the Beanstalk Giant doesn't trample, and we know what the last card in their hand is. Okay, a little late, but we don't hate it. Okay, so what's the best we could do here? We can... If we play this, we attack. The opponent takes 1, and then we drain them for 2. So they're at 2. And then we have to block with one of these. It's not great, and we're only at 4. But we know the other card's a Beanstalk Giant. We could Sedge Witch, put the opponent down to 3, and then just have 2 menace creatures that could kill them as well. That could be the other option. Oh man, I don't love any of this. But I think it's what we're gonna do. I think we do. I think that's the plan. I think we attack. I think we play the Sedge Witch. Actually, I don't know if we attack, actually. Like, if the opponent attacks, then we chump block, we still drain them for 1. Actually, if we were going to do that, I probably should have just played the Blight Priest if we were just going to block. Because now I'm actually throwing the Sedge Witch away to do that. Yeah, it's not great. I don't know. Let's see what's up. No attacks. Let's see what happens. I think I put the wrong creature out there. I think I should have just played the Marauder. Truthfully, I think that would have been the right answer. Because now I'm going to put the opponent down to 4. And then that's only 3. So now I have to find another point somewhere. Alright. So another Beanstalk Giant in hand. However, the opponent knows what we know. So if we block, actually, then they're dead? Because that's only 4. But we're going to gain life. Oh no, but that's on... But actually, that all happens during combat, right? Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, alright. I think we got there. Yeah, because there's no instance where the opponent comes out okay here. Yep. Let's see, does this meet our needs? I think yes. The opponent gets to go first, but like, if we draw a land, this is actually pretty nice. Another Necrobloom Snarl. Alright, that's reasonable. We can reveal that. Hopefully you don't have a way to kill this. Hey, they don't. Yay, us. We get away with one. Always feels like you won a little bit when that happens. Okay. We'll play another. Reveal the same swamp. Then we'll play Adina. And attack for 1. Which is 2. Okay, so far so good. This has been oddly systematic so far. Alright. Dead Valentin. I assumed he wasn't going to live all that long. And then hit for another 2. Get in for another 1. Alright. If we draw a land this turn, I'll be somewhat incentivized to play a Veto, because then we can just activate Veto the next turn. If we don't draw a land, I think I want to play Pest Summoning to set up a bigger Veto turn the following turn. Alright, so I think this is going to be a Pest Summoning turn here. And we get the drains off of a Yara as well. Okay, we can let the Faceless... Oh, you can't activate Faceless Haven because you don't have 3. Okay. Alrighty. I'm not sure what the opponent's going to do here. Play the big giant thing. Conic Intervention. Exile and your card. Deals X damage, where X is the exile's mana, because you're going to deal 1 to everything? Okay. I mean, like, sure. Oh, did it exile? Ah, oh, dang it. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Let's see. Deal X damage each time where X is exile card's mana for the creature dealt damage this way would die this turn. Exile instead. Yep. I should have sacrificed one of them. That was a mistake on my part. Opponent scooped anyway. What can we do with this? Alright. We're going to keep this and just hope to get lucky. This one I know we're keeping a bad hand. But if we can get at least another land here. Well, you are another land. I got what I asked for. I wasn't specific on an untapped land. Question is now, what's worth playing here? Go to attack. And I get Bone Crushed. Is this a situation where I care that you have a Bone Crusher? Not really. So Valentin just dies. Alright. Bastion. I'm assuming we're up against just some type of... Yeah, that's what I thought. Some type of adventure deck. Oh, not the land I wanted to draw here, deck. Definitely not the land I wanted to draw. Okay. Mostly because next turn we can play Dina and Mire Triton, and that'll get at least another drain. Ooh, Goldspan Dragon. Scratch that. That may not work out at all how we want it to. Okay, Dina. Drain. Attack. I mean, we're both trying to do big things here. We're just swinging haymakers, I guess. Opponent's probably just going to ultimatum here. Hopefully we don't die. This is going to hurt. Alright, that was bad, but not world-ending, I guess. Emergent sequence. Search for a basic land, put it on the battlefield. Okay. That's a thing. We still have 4 mana. 5 mana if they want it. Alright, opponent's at 12. Can we produce 12 damage here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In theory, the answer is yes. Oh, they don't have anything? Okay. Dina sack? Oh, we're gonna get there. Wow. Oh, oh. All right, so as promised, here we are. And the deck kind of went through 3 or 4 changes throughout the day while we were playing. And I decided to make it more focused on where basically every card was either life gain or draining life. And I think this kind of fits a little bit better with what we were trying to do. So we'll see where we finish up with this. But starting out off the top, we do have 3 copies of Valentin, Dina the Vein. Other side is Lisette, Dina the Root. I will say we considered actually playing 4 of these. So if you do have them already, would be a good place to upgrade. I think you can justify 4 because you can play them early or late, and they seem to be relevant at all stages of the game. Going with 4 Mire Tritons. We were trying to find more quality early cards these decks really wanted that did a lot, and this having Death Touch actually helps you against quite a few creatures, and the life gain is relevant for what the rest of the deck's doing. Then we have 2 Temur Chosen from Death. This still works against decks like Rogues, where you need to be able to get stuff out of your graveyard. The life gain is relevant to help you out with a bunch of things, but it is also sometimes just a creature with a big back end that makes it hard to attack through, and that's pretty good too. Now, Dina, Soul Steeper. We hadn't just played 4 Dina, and I started out with 3 on this list, and I eventually just went up to 4 because it's that good. It's that important to the list. You know, having cards that can just do this ability over and over on the cheap, that's what you want. Now, we did for a while have the 3/2 Cleric, I can't remember, Blight something Cleric, that does a similar thing. Whenever you gain life, your opponent loses a life. But the problem is that we just had so many 3 mana things, and it was kind of so-so, only being 2 toughness, and Dina was just more of what we wanted, I think. And then we went with the Yara, first of Lochthwain, which this card, Obviously, it's good. It's been good since it came out. Every time you get a creature into play, it drains your opponent. You can sack things, draw cards, so it's doing a lot of work here. Passion of Remembrance. This card works great with a lot of other things we have going on in the deck, so not a lot to say about this other than draining your opponent every time something dies, and getting to do it in multiples is nice too. Murderous Rider. This is something that wasn't on the deck list that we had submitted on the previous video, but did want to have it here because having that extra removal card has been very nice, and we gain enough life generally to where the 2 life loss doesn't matter, and having something that lifelinks allows you to trigger a couple of these other cards every turn. Nighthawk Scavenger. This is another way to kind of come over the top against some of the creature decks. It's another big life linker. It also lets you fight rogues, which is important. So it does quite a few things on this list. 3 Sedgemoor Witch. Believe it or not, the best part about Sedgemoor Witch has just been that it's menace and your opponent can't kill it easily without losing 3 life. The Magecraft is just a bonus because we're not playing a ton of spells anymore in this list. We went almost more creature-based. So, but occasionally you do get a 1/1 out of it, and that's nice. But you're mostly playing it for the menace. 2 vetoes, and I will say this, if you don't have the Sedgemoor Witch, go ahead and sub in a veto. I think it's totally fine here. It makes a lot of sense. And just go to 3 veto with all the life gain that you have. So this card, all around, good for this. 3 Pest Summonings. Being able to make those 1/1s can sometimes be extra drain on your opponent from Ayara. It's more creatures that can die and gain you life, or drain your opponent from Bastion of Remembrance. You know, if they die, veto drains them for an additional 1. So it works with a lot of what we have going on. And then we're playing 4 Mortality Spear, just because it destroys any non-land permanent. Which most of the time, you're going to be targeting non-creatures, because you do have death touchers and stuff. You don't terribly need it against creatures, but it is a little bit of a bonus. And then we're playing 1 Grey Merchant. We just had a spot. Grey Merchant got the spot. Which had a better explanation for you, but it is what it is. Then we're playing 2 Agadeem's Awakening, because we actually do have a good spread of cost here, and can get back 2 or 3 creatures sometimes, which is nice. 2 Castle Locthwain, just been able to draw cards, because again, the life loss doesn't really hurt us that much. Then we have 7 Swamps, 4 Darkboard Pathway, 4 Jungle Hollow, which I don't generally like, but in this deck, when you're able to drain your opponent from gaining life, seems totally reasonable, so that's in here making the cut. And then 3 Necrobloom Snarl. So if you notice, we don't have but really 8 cards that need a green mana, and you only need 1. But we still have 11 green sources, so we're kind of okay with that, I think. Now, all that said about the deck list, when we really get down to it, there are some cards that you can sub in here, obviously, so feel free to take some liberties with it, especially if they're cards you already own and you don't have the stuff out of Strixhaven yet. Haven't played it enough to really tell like what the good or bad matchup situation is, but it really holds its own against a few things. I think adjusting the cost has really helped a lot to help against the faster decks. But you do have the ability to come over the top. You have a way to remove all different types of threats. So it's actually pretty fun, and it's really, really tough to play. I will say that. You have to account for a lot of different, like, 1 point here, 1 point there. You're going to deal damage. Lifelink's going to trigger. And we have several times where there's 4 or 5 different triggers going off every turn. And sometimes some triggers happen, and then you gain life, and that creates a different set of triggers. So that's a thing we had going on, too. So fun if you like that type of stuff, but it is a little bit intricate at times. Now, as for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Howling Mine, because it's just a cool card. Howling Mine's like a card that when people start playing Magic, they really are into it, and it's like, oh, everybody gets to draw more cards, and you know, and then if you're in Commander, you get to play a group hug type deck, and then people don't necessarily want to kill you because you're the one that's giving everybody cards, so that's always awesome. But a funny thing is, at one point, I literally had a binder full of Howling Mines, and it really started because at one point, I was able to, I think I opened something like over like 20 packs, something like 8 of them had a Howling Mine in it from the core set at the time. And I didn't buy them all at once, but it was like, you know, I picked up 1 or 2 a week or whatever. And after that, it kind of became a running joke. So I would trade with people, and it really got to where I was just like, hey, would you mind tossing in a Howling Mine? And people valued them so little, they were like, yeah, sure, you can have one. So I ended up with having them with like all different languages and everything. It was actually pretty cool. But anyway, just figured I would share that. Remember, if you want today's deck list, you can get it in the description down below, as well as links to my streams if you want to come be a part of this and, you know, get a sneak peek on what some of the videos are going to have. Also, if you want to get deck help or anything, especially right now with Strixhaven being new, hop over to our Discord. The link's down in the description below as well. Come by, say hi, share your decks, your ideas, or just BS about things in the world. We have a lot of people in there. We're actually coming up on 400 people in the Discord, and that is super awesome. And don't forget, check out intotheam.com/dragonbrood. Get yourself a discount on some sweet threads. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.